Yeah, hey, hi guys. It's my lazy weekend. I target lazy weekend vibes. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And then this video is made on International Women's Day. So I will use this medium to celebrate all women, all ladies, all my sisters, all the side chicks, all the babies, generally all the female folks. I say to you, happy International Women's Day. And I celebrate myself for being a resilient woman. Oh, yes. So, it's particular today for me to make this video because like I said, time it's a privilege for me, seriously, for me to have time to cook for myself, to do my own personal stuff. It's a luxury. So I celebrate myself today for having this time to do breakfast. Man, I can't remember the last time I did breakfast. Jeez. It's always as a cockroach, you're jumping out. Is either you at work or you at school or I'm at a business space or I'm going to do delivery. Ha, what kind of life? So today I had the time to do breakfast and that's something very particular for me. And for having this privilege, I target a lazy weekend. You can't imagine what people do on weekends. Like, I can't remember the last time I had lost time for myself. So come with me as I prepare this special meal to celebrate myself and my family on International Women's Day. Yeah, that takes my mind to sometime last year. I could remember sometime this time last year. I was somewhere in the thick forest of what's that place called again? Olomoro. Yes, inside, is it Ibide? Ibide, yes, I was inside Ibide in East Soko South local government. That is how far humanity can take you. I can remember waking up from the city of Asaba and then having to go all the way into the thick forest to give counseling and treatment services to my clients in the humanitarian sector, of which I wouldn't want to mention the names, but giving to humanity, like I say, is the best work of life. And then on International Women's Day, duty is always calling. So last time duty called, and I saw myself in the thick forest where I and my colleague had to do a video. Oh my God, like CVC forest now, you find yourself in an environment where I had to trek, I had to talk to the local women, I had to give advice, I had to give medications, I had to do distributions and a lot of things. So I love serving humanity in my own little capacity, in my own quiet space. I like putting smiles on people's faces, but sometimes do you know that putting smiles on people's faces, you end up neglecting yourself and your family. So having this particular luxury of time today, particularly, is to celebrate myself as a woman. Is to celebrate my sisters, is to celebrate my female folk, to celebrate daughters, to celebrate every birthday. Like, it's not easy. So I celebrate you all, and I wish that you do that thing that makes you happy. I wish that you reach that height that you ever desire to be. I wish that you come out strong of that situation as a woman, and I wish that your dreams and desires are achieved. Okay, so this is me, my way of celebrating myself, because I want to be happy today. So this is what makes me happy. Waking up to prepare breakfast for myself, it's sincerely something I haven't done in a very long time, but today I have the privilege. So I am doing this, and then I just wish after this I don't have to do something else. But well, unfortunately, I have to hit the streets to save humanity, and I have to create some content, okay, that is humanity related. So as for the human International Women's Day, so this is how we start. This is how I start my day today. At least I still have this luxury. So let me celebrate myself. I have to fry yam. So this is me frying my yam, and I was trying to check if this thing is still working because I can't remember the last time I used this. Oh my God, I can't remember the last time I used this deep fryer. Oh, this thing I've suffered in my hand. So I have to do this for myself. I am frying this yam, like I had to cut it into chips, like tiny, the way I like it, and then trying to do my own thing in my own way, having to fry it in batches, okay, because this particular a deep fryer, I don't like. One thing I like about this deep fryer is that you can use very little oil to fry much quantity, okay. So when I checked, I had a little oil quantity, and then I decided to maximize it and fry it in batches, like little by little by little. I have my younger ones and my baby boy at home with me. So imagine me doing breakfast for us. Ha 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 ha. Everybody's excited. We're like, Senior, you're in the kitchen, you're cooking. Hey, best mommy in the world. So they were patiently waiting for me to make this breakfast so they can have their share and eat and be happy. So I have to do it in batches, okay, and then to make sure that I manage my little oil, okay. And apart from that, I don't really like too much oil, so I don't like oil. I don't like fries, but there are times that these cravings will just come to get. So if the cravings come, yeah, I have my craving season. If I start telling you, I feel like eating fried egg. I feel like eating fried egg. Believe me, if I don't eat that fries, there is problem. So I think I woke up on that side of the bed where the cravings came, and thank God I had the time to do it. This also makes me to remember there was a certain time I was on duty. When duty called, that's my yam, it came out nice. So there was a certain time where duty called and I wasn't paying attention to my cravings. I was just in the field doing my thing. And then I was just eating, I ended up eating, everything I was eating was as if I was not really doing anything. Like I didn't really have any food. I don't know if you found yourself in that situation where like they chop food and they like say nothing don't really enter. You're eating, but you're not having that satisfaction, So there is time like that. So I'm like, what the hell? What am I doing? So what am I doing? I really needed to satisfy my appetite. So I realized that something was missing. I was in that time where I needed to satisfy that cravings for fried egg. Do you know what? I had to go to a local booker that was selling food because that was the only closest place to me. And I was begging the person to fry me egg. And the lady says, Madam, I don't fry eggs, I only cook meal. So if you want chop food, come make I give you food. And I'm like, please. Because I was far from home. I was on service. I was on the field, and I just needed this thing. So I was pleading with him and I said, okay, let's have a deal. What are you going to charge me just to fry egg? And she was looking at me like, where is this one from? But she wouldn't understand that craving, And I just wish I was home where I would just jump into my kitchen and do my thing. God, sometimes it's crazy. So we had a deal, and then she was like, okay, she's going to charge me 2,500 to fry just 2 eggs. people, I'm not exaggerating. I paid 2,500 naira to fry 2 eggs. Oh. And that was I think egg then was 200 per one. So imagine me paying 2,500 just to fry 2 eggs, just because I have to inconvenience her and take her out of her, a service to her customers, and I needed to pay for the service, And she just fried me 2 eggs, and I sat down, I ate the 2 eggs, and I was satisfied. I could come and stand up, JJ, I thank her like 10 times, like, madam, thank you, plenty. And then she gave me what I wanted, and I left. So she was just looking at me. So sometimes these cravings can be crazy. So today I had the time. So this is me trying to, after frying my yam, I want to fry the egg. Okay, so this is the same oil I used to fry the yam. Okay, now I don't want to waste the oil, as much as I know that the oil is still very clean, it's vegetable oil, it's not like the one that smells or something, and I know I need very little quantity to fry the egg, so there was no need going to get a fresh one. I just got a little from the deep fryer I had used previously for the yam, and I used it to fry my egg. I'm good with it. Very little quantity is good to go, right? So this is me trying to set up my tray. Hey God, this is my food tray. You need to know how joyful, like, hey, I feel right now trying to do this for myself, something I've not done in months. So I have fried my egg in piece, so in one piece. I don't want anybody wahala, because when I chop this egg finish, I will now start looking at your delivery. People that sent others through Tops Organic Skincare. I will now come and be looking at your delivery. Now I will know the ones that will send out today. Then I'll still go to Tops TV to check the content that I've uploaded, which one has gone and which one has not gone, and I still have a counseling session with 1 or 2 clients, so a typical day is supposed to be like this, but sometimes I don't have the luxury of having breakfast. But today I have this breakfast, so this breakfast is compulsory. You chop it, you must chop it. So my egg is in a good state, the way I like it, not too brown, not too white, something like a sunset, a little bit brownish, something very, and then crispy, like I call it, something very crispy, and without plenty oil. I don't like oil, I don't like oil, so I try my best to make sure that I don't put plenty oil. I squeeze out, try to use a spoon to depress it and make sure that the oils are completely off. So that's me having breakfast. And if you don't mind, come join me on the screen, right?
Can you see that?
So the highest you can do is just give me a thumbs up while I'm eating on your behalf, okay? And then maybe you can recreate this video by making yourself a breakfast and posting it. I don't know how you do it, but I know that a lot of people miss me on this platform. That was due to a busy and tight schedule, but henceforth I'm coming back, okay? So I'm coming back to give you live a value, okay, for your time. I'm very sorry for having stayed away for so long. I'm coming back to give you that value. So but my chop face, because now belle way full, and I go feel give energy to do work. You understand? So when the belle don't full now, energy will come to do work. Now the one where they belle now, if that call come, you know that call now. And so my papa talk and say, if the call of nature come now, the one where they belle now, then they use take work out. So one of the things I want to do consciously for myself this year is to make sure that I have breakfast. It's been a bad habit for me, just running out of the house without breakfast. So this year, I'm taking my time, please. I'm taking my time to make sure that I have breakfast. No matter how little it is, something has to enter the stomach. Last year, I also battled an ulcer. Thank God, I got that treated. If you go to my other handle, Top Skincare, on this app, you're going to see how I treated that ulcer. I had to treat it. It's not anything that cost it. It's not that I cannot afford food. It's just the time to sit down and chop the food that is the problem. and then the lifestyle of running out without having to have breakfast, and then most times having to over stress. Sometimes I find myself in those locations, those very urban locations where they don't have the kind of food I want to eat, and I can go a whole day or two without food. So all those things are things that abbreviated or activated the ulcer, the whole ulcer. But then after that terrible experience and God helping me, I'm able to come out. I made up my mind that, you see, breakfast, and tea and cook is a must to have, no matter how little. Even if I have 1 minute to jump out, I beg, my chop food. I won't leave now. It gets why. It gets why. So our food is ready. Our breakfast is ready. So this is it. I like my tea with cold water. I never do a go reach hot water side because our environment is hot. So I like my tea with cold water, normal water, not ice water, normal water. So that's how I fill my cup, and I like it in a big cup, a tea cup, like African woman. So my food is ready, and